Welcome back to Ace Academy. Let's load the right save file. And we're going back to where we were. We're in the middle of a day for once, so... But we'll see what happens. Sho and I changed our uniforms and meet the girls outside. Once I reached the quad, I easily spot Valerie with her light blonde hair. I wonder if I stick out just as much. She grins as we approach.
Oh hey, you came.
Hello. Hey Valerie. She nods.
Looks like you brought company.
Kaori and Mayu both greet her. Sho offers her a wave.
If it's not too much trouble, maybe please ask you a couple of questions?
Sure, what's up? Did you watch the match? Of course. Actually, I wanted to talk to you guys about a few ideas I have in mind to improve your gear performance.
Kaori looks surprisingly surprised.
Really?
Pleasantly surprised.
I'm drafting up the plans for the improvements, but there's still a few calculations to do. I'll have a completed report done in a few days. Oh, wow! That would be great!
Nice. Sho is just as surprised.
Someone managed to impress Kaori. I thought the day would never come.
Shut up, Sho!
Valerie stifles a giggle with her hand. Maya also cracks a smile. Kaori turns back to Valerie.
Did you watch the qualifier matches last week too?
Valerie nods.
The overdrive mode. You're wondering how it works?
That piques my interest. You know?
Not yet. I was hoping I could research your core. With your permission, of course.
She winks at me. Although I don't appreciate her snooping, having her investigate this phenomenon would be a huge benefit. With supervision, sure. Valerie pouts playfully.
Oh, fine. Those were all the questions I had.
An awkward silence settles. Sho suddenly speaks up.
Alright, there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Celebrate our victory! Party at my place!
Oh boy. Valerie giggles in excitement.
Count me in.
That's the spirit! What about the rest of you?
Simultaneously, Kaori and Mayu shake their heads.
I'm not really the partying type.
I don't think so.
Come on, this is our first victory together. As a team.
Didn't we win the last round? He spreads his arms wide, gesturing to everyone around him, and advises Valerie.
As a team.
Aw, I'm part of the team.
Sho pulls all of us into a hook. Kaori immediately wriggles free and tries to protest, but Sho speaks before she can.
I won't take no for an answer. As my father always says, a team that parties together wins together.
Fair enough.
He doesn't say that.
Well, he could have in a past life or something. So, does this mean we should go now?
I suppose, if everyone's going, I can go too.
Kaori sighs.
Fine, but only for a little bit.
And you're coming too, right, Mr. Broseph?
Sure.
Let's go then!
I should invite Yuna. Sure, I'm going to text Yuna. Maybe she'd like to go too.
Good idea. The whole team really will party together.
When I check my phone, there's a message already waiting for me from Yuna. Congratulations your victory. Your guys look so good out there, by the way. Hold her make a smile, I replied to her text. Thanks, we're all going to Sho's dorm to celebrate. You should come. Yuna responds immediately. I would, but I already have plans. Next time for sure. Have fun. So let's go, everyone leads the way. Valerie keeps pace with him, while the rest of us hang back, a little unsure of what we just agreed to. As we step foot into the house, Sho is surrounded by his brosevs, all of whom shower him with praise and congratulations.
Thanks, guys. How's Tatsuo and company?
Tatsuo took him to a forbidden hot spring to recover flesh wounds and reinvigorate their inner chi.
Oh, God.
That sounds like him.
They burst into laughter. The place is already crowded with pilots from other dorms, and more keep filing in at a steady pace. Everyone fans out. Molly sticks close to show, while Valerie makes a dive for the kitchen. A dark-haired female pilot walks past us and greets Carrie. She seems really familiar. Was she checking the leaderboards while I was in the pilot's lounge? Either way, Carrie scolds when she sees the girl, who just laughs and grabs Carrie's arm, dragging her into the throng of people. I pretty well past the living room and hear music coming from a short staircase leading to a lower level. It's dark and strobes of colored light flash from below. Sounds like there's a rave going on. I'm not sure about going down there. Carefully, I weave my way into the kitchen, narrowly avoiding a dousing from a fruity drink when I arrive. I gargle at the cornucopia of alcohol. I help myself to water. I'm going to stick with water, just to be on the safe side. Besides that, he still has to drive home on his bike. There are a bunch of bottled waters in the cooler, so I grab one. Now that I have a drink, I show up my friends. Let's look for Kaori. Kaori didn't look so thrilled when a girl showed up. Maybe I should check on her. I find her in the corner of the living room, surrounded by a group of students. The girl from earlier stands beside her, but when she spots the rest of her team, she runs off to greet them. As I approach, Kaori has her arms folded and she's trying to keep a wide berth between herself and the boys. I guess at the end of the conversation.
Please, you guys are no competition at all. The day you losers beat me in a match is the day I'm dead.
One of the boys laughs.
Those are tough words coming from someone so cute.
Quick as lightning, he slaps Kaori's butt. Suddenly, time warps and slows. Kaori's body tenses and her eyes grow wide as her brain registers what just happened. Then the fire reaches her eyes and melts her frozen body. She brings her arm back and slugs the guy in the face so hard he collapses to the floor. Good for you. Nice on, Kaori. That jerk got exactly what he deserved. She spins around at the sound of my voice and blinks in surprise.
Huh? How long have you been standing there?
Long enough to see what the guy did to you. At the mention of the unconscious guy, Kaori's first glow returns. She nudges him with her foot and watches as he doesn't stir. He's clocked out for the night.
Serves him right.
Whistles break from the silent and Lucas as a few of the girls cheer and the guys start laughing.
Damn! Did you see what she just did to Takeshi?
Yeah, I'm not getting on her bad side.
Nope, me neither.
She's kind of scary, actually.
Why do we get out of here? Kaori nods. We're about to move when a tall, buff pilot slams a bottle onto a nearby table.
Poor Takeshi.
Dropping into a chair, he laughs.
So you can handle yourself when it comes to strength, but can you do the same when it comes to alcohol?
Kaori crosses her arms and snorts.
Not interested.
What's the matter? You scared?
A taunting song of oohs circles from the onlookers. Kaori laughs.
Me? Scared? No way. I'm just trying to save you from the embarrassment.
No, I get it. Drinking is a man's game. Women aren't built to hold their alcohol.
Oh boy. Kaori's eyes flash and a smile drops from her face.
What did you say?
It's probably best that we don't do this, actually. I wouldn't want you to hurt yourself.
The chair scrapes on the floor as Kaori sits down.
The only person who'll be hurting is you after I drink you under the table.
Who am I to stop her? Kaori's old enough to make her own choices. If she wants to drink with this guy, then what gives me the right to stop her? Still, I should stick around to make sure she doesn't get herself too sick. Someone places 2 shot glasses on the table, one in front of each challenger, and fills them up. Then he explains the rules.
First person to reach 10 shots is the winner.
Kaori reaches for her first, announces it before her challenger takes a drink. She doesn't even flinch on a burning liquid.
Another!
Hey!
He quickly downs his cup while Kaori is being refilled, then fills up his own cup. Kaori grins.
Try and keep up, okay?
Instead of responding, the guy throws back his drink and Kaori follows. An even larger crowd gathers around as the pair as they drink shot after shot. Everyone watches with bated breath, but neither competitor shows any signs of weakness. Kyori is like a machine and empties her cup faster than it can be filled. The crowd stares at admiration. Her challenger keeps up a steady pace and the race is close. After a 10th shot, Kyori slams the cup onto the table right before her opponent.
Done.
Damn.
The crowd erupts into a roar of cheers as they equally congratulate Kyori and tease her challenger. The pilot tries to stand, but looks a little queasy and sits back down. Kyori is also unsteady on her feet, but I catch her before she falls.
I'm okay.
I let go, and she squints up to me.
What did you do to your face?
Huh?
Your face. It's so blonde.
I'm sorry?
No, it's not bad.
I should take Kyori home before things get worse. Yep, she's drunk and it's late. I think it's time for her to leave before she embarrasses herself even more. Kyori won't be able to get home alone. I better walk her back. I help her to her feet. Come on, Kyori, time to go.
No, you can't tell me what to do.
As she talks, I lead her towards the door anyway.
Fine, I'm going, but only because I want to go.
Right. That sounds like a very Kyori thing to say. Maybe she's not as drunk as I thought. The cool night breeze is a welcome relief from the stuffy dorm. As we walk through the silent campus, Kyori trips over a root and I catch her fall. She grabs as I hold her, but doesn't push me away. Ooh. I could get myself in trouble. Sure, fuck it. I pull her into me. You're lucky I was here to catch you. Really? That's all you're going to say? She scrunches her face, as if trying to remember something.
Oh! Stop being a perv!
I laugh and let go of her. She uncharacteristically quiet for a while. It's strange to see her so calm. Usually she's so fiery.
Your reaction time is better than I remember.
Thanks?
You've improved a lot since our first match. I still can't believe you took out all 3 of them by yourself.
She looks straight into my eyes. My heart beats faster under her gaze. Oh boy. She leans in closer to me.
You are really impressive.
Then we ask to see if you let Kyori just give me a compliment. Is that really what you think?
Yeah.
I never knew you felt that way.
So what?
Nothing. It's just nice to know you like me. Her cheeks are red, but I can't tell us from the alcohol or this conversation.
Shut up! It's not like that.
We are in front of her building, and Kyori steps to the entrance. I ask her about the mysterious man in the parking lot. Kyori's opened up to me a lot. I wonder if she'll tell me who that was the other night. Wait. She turns back to me. Can I ask you something?
What?
The night I ran into you in the parking lot, what were you doing with the other guy? She cocks her head to the side, amused.
Why? Are you jealous?
I'm concerned. No, I'm just worried.
You don't have to be worried. I can take care of myself.
I don't doubt that. So do you have your ID? Kyori nods and fishes out of her pocket.
Good night. Thanks for walking me home.
Are you gonna be okay? Do you need help getting back into your room?
Nuh-uh. I won't fall for that. You aren't getting into my room.
That wasn't my intention.
I'll be fine.
Alright, good night then.
Oh, I almost forgot.
Eh? I'm caught off guard as she combs her hands to my golden locks.
Ah, it's so soft and fluffy.
What? Just her voice. I'm too stunned to react. Kyori steps back and admires her handiwork. She smiles, then swipes her ID and disappears into the building. That was kind of an interesting night. If only I was able to record drunk Curry for sober Curry to see. I'm feeling embarrassed just thinking about it. When Curry is safely inside, I head back to my bike and drive home. It's late by the time I get home and everyone is already asleep. I tiptoe into my room and collapse into my bed. Exhausted, I fall asleep as soon as my head hits the pillow. Yipes. The sun shining through my window splashes on my face and wakes me up. I stretch in a wide yawn and glance at the clock. Nearly 10. I'm glad I got a chance to sleep enough to the party last night, but I don't want to waste my weekend. I'll buy the bed and get ready for the day. What's my plan for today? I should thank Yuna for all her help finding a sponsor. Yuna has really come true for me this past week, and I feel like I should do something nice to thank her. Maybe she's free for lunch. I dial her number and wait for it to answer.
Hello?
Hey Yuna, have you eaten yet? She seems a little surprised.
Oh, no, not yet.
Great, let me treat you to lunch. If it weren't for you, we would never have found a sponsor, and this is my way of saying thank you. The team and I are really grateful for your help.
You don't have to do that. Really, it was no trouble at all.
Please, I insist.
In that case, sure, I'd love to. Do you have a place in mind?
You can choose. You can go wherever you'd like to, though.
Since you've already offered to pay, I think we should go where you'd like to go.
Okay. Still, I remember a past conversation with Uncle Kaito. How do you feel about Western cuisine?
I love it!
I heard there's a good Western restaurant near the park.
Oh, I think I know which place you're talking about. I haven't been before, but I've been meaning to try it.
Perfect, I'll meet you there.
See you soon.
After making my plans, I head downstairs.
Oh hey! Didn't see you there, big bro.
Seems to be back to your usual self. I'm glad to see you feeling better.
Oh yeah, I definitely am.
As she speaks, a devilish smile graces her lips. Ah, she's up to something.
Anyway, you going out today?
Yeah, why? She starts giggling.
No reason.
Okay. I'm actually glad I ran into you. I wanted to apologize.
Apologize?
Yeah, I saw a text from a couple of days ago and I'm sorry I didn't answer. I did it on my phone on me, so I didn't see them until too late. Nikki crosses her arms.
Yeah, sure. Likely story.
No, really, I accidentally left it in my gear.
What?
Twice.
Oh, come on. At least come up with something more believable.
What's more believable than the truth? No, really, it's the truth.
What was your phone doing in your gear in the first place?
It was charging. She blinks at me.
You really are hopeless.
Look. I pull up my messages and flash the button in her face. Rolling her eyes, she reluctantly takes a look. What do you mean by oh? Nikki bites her lip and she continues scrolling.
No.
She hands back my phone. She seems worried about something, probably for how mean she was to me yesterday. It's okay, Nikki, I understand why you were angry yesterday, but I want you to know I didn't do it on purpose. No hard feelings, right?
About that.
Huh?
Remember when you said you were going out today?
Yeah?
You might not want to do that.
Why not? Nikki shovels her feet and continues to bite her lip.
Because you definitely don't want to go into the garage.
My eyes widen. I spin on my heel and race towards the garage and Nikki cries out to me to wait. Throwing open the door, I feel like a hand is squeezing my heart. Nikki gets up with me and cringes.
Now, before you get mad,
Nikki?
just remember that I was really annoyed with you and wanted revenge.
Not helping. She quiets down, but she can't stand the silence.
At least it looks really pretty now.
It looks like a unicorn threw up all over my baby. All I can do is stare in horror at the glittery desecration of my beautiful bike. Nikki hides her face in her hands.
I'm sorry. I promise I'll clean it up.
Yeah, you will.
Let me get a bucket.
Nikki turns to leave, but I sigh. Not right now, I have to go. I take another look at the pink sparkle winking in the light. Maybe I should take the bus. No, I can't. The bus won't come for another 20 minutes and I need to leave now.
Okay, I'll clean it up later then.
I nod. With a grimace, I reluctantly ease myself onto the bike. The engine roars to life and glitter flows behind me in a rainbow trail of happiness. Oh boy. This is so embarrassing. The restaurant calls itself a diner, but it's more of an upscale atmosphere. Tables all have fresh tablecloths and a small vase of flower. The ambiance is calmer than a diner, but still family friendly. Yuna is waiting for me by the hostess stand when I arrive. That was pretty fast. Were you waiting long? I figured the bus would take a little more time than that. Yuna giggles and shakes her head.
You're right, the bus would take more time. That's why I walked over.
Ah, that's right, Yuna lives on the other side of the park. It's not too bad of a walk on a good day like today, but it certainly wouldn't want to walk it in bad weather. Oh well, I'm sure I've made you wait long enough. Let's go get seated. Her brows furrow.
Shouldn't we wait for the others?
Others?
The rest of the team. Oh.
I could call them. Perfect timing.
No, it's okay. Let's get seated.
She grabs those with attention who leads us to a table. We sit down and Yuna buries her face in the menu. Maybe I should call them. I know they'd want to thank you too. Yuna makes eye contact for the first time since the misunderstanding and her expression softens.
I'm sorry, I was just surprised. I don't mind hanging out, just the two of us.
She blushes as she says that. I grin. Okay. We both stare into our menus again. I'm a little surprised by how extensive the menu is. They offer breakfast, lunch, dinner, and even a brunch on weekends. What are you gonna order?
I think I will go with the burger.
You like American food?
Yes, the burger is my favorite, but I also like hot dogs and pizza too. What will you get?
Choose something adventurous. There are slides on the menu that would never exist outside of Japanese creativity. I need to try it. German hot dog. It's a bratwurst and a baguette of bacon, a sunny side up egg, hot sauce, and sauerkraut. I probably just devastated some of the other words. And even though I live in a country next to Germany, so yay. This one actually doesn't sound too weird though, considering all the gourmet hot dogs that have cropped up in the States. I go for the German hot dog.
Is this typically what you will have back home?
Not quite. We have toast, sandwiches, and hot dogs, but the fillings are different.
Oh, well, it's true that our Japanese version of Western food is not always accurate.
Yeah, that's true. Of any other... Well, yeah, but that's true of any other cuisine in a foreign country. I'm sure the Japanese food in the States tastes more American than Japanese. Yuna nods.
I suppose you're right.
The waiter comes by and takes your order, complimenting us on our choices. Yuna and I share an amused smile. So again, I want to thank you for working so hard to get us a sponsor, especially after that disaster of an interview. Yuna's face clouds at the mention of the interview.
That guy wouldn't have been good for you anyway. He couldn't see past his own ego to notice how strong of a team you guys are.
I stare at her in surprise. She's usually so calm and positive.
What?
You tell him. You do give him a piece of your mind.
A part of me wants to.
I like the fiery side of you. Yuna blushes.
It's just... I don't like the way they treated you.
Still, even after the experience, it's pretty amazing that you managed to get us such a great sponsor. You and the SBA are lifesavers. Yuna fidgets in her seat.
Oh, actually, I quit the SBA.
What?
I couldn't stay after what happened after the interview. The organization has changed from what it used to be and has strayed too far from its mission.
Isn't the whole point of the SBA to help teams find sponsors? Does the organization no longer do that?
The SBA was originally founded to help all teams get matched up with a sponsor. But now the only teams they care about are the top tier teams who don't really need the association's help because their stats speak for themselves. The people who really need their help get turned away or pushed aside, and I just don't agree with that.
Well, technically it was the company who turned us down, not the SBA.
That's the problem. The only companies within the SBA network are those who feel the same as Warp Tech. I can't tell you how many calls I made only to get turned down once they knew your ranking. But the worst part is, when my colleagues noticed me struggling, instead of offering to help, they encouraged me to give up because I was bringing down the association's statistics. How can they call themselves a bridging association when they are so discriminatory? A bridge doesn't pick and choose who goes across it.
As Yuna speaks, she wears the same passionate look she wore after the interview. I had no idea. At least they had one good company within their network, right? Otherwise we would never have found a sponsor. She blinks and looks away.
Oh, that's actually a bit of a different situation.
Her voice trails off. Before I can ask what she means by that, our food arrives. A few awkward seconds go by. Yuna picks up her fork and knife and cuts into her burger, then eats the piece of a fork. Do you always eat your burgers with a fork and knife? She blinks in surprise.
Yeah.
How come?
Isn't that how you eat Western food?
For some foods, yeah, but burgers are easier to eat when you pick it up. Have you never picked up a burger before? Yuna shakes her head. Not even if you get fast food? She wrinkles her nose.
No, but I'm not a fan of fast food anyway. Isn't it messy if you eat it with your hands?
Not always. It depends on how full the burger is. This one shouldn't be messy.
But isn't it rude to eat with your hands?
Not when it's between friends. Yuna bites lip uncertainly, then gingerly holds her burger with her fingertips and takes a dainty bite. There's a spot of ketchup on her cheek when she puts the burger back down. I stifle a laugh. You have something on your cheek. Her eyes go wide. She snatches the napkin from her lap and dabs at her face.
Did I get it?
No. I lean over, wipe the ketchup off with a napkin. Yuna gasps at my touch, and her face turns pink.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Well, what do you think? Yuna grins, picks up her burger and takes another bite. I smile back. We fall silent as we dig into our meals. After all, I started the visit from the quiet. So, now that you got the SBA, are you planning on joining any other clubs? She pauses.
I hadn't thought about it.
What about tennis? Maybe now you have time to compete. She laughs lightly.
Maybe. That's still a pretty big commitment. Bigger than the SBA.
I'll help you practice. She grins.
How can I say no to an offer like that?
And I promise I'll win this time.
Alright, I'll go easy on you then.
Wait, what? Yuna just smiles and hides a laugh. She glances at my nearly empty plate.
How is your food?
Like heaven in my mouth. This is great. Don't you want to try it?
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me just grab my fork.
She reaches out for a fork, but I spare a piece of food on my fork and offer it to her. Here, have a bite.
Oh,
She hesitates and then leans over and puts her mouth over the fork. Her cheeks flush as she chews.
it's good.
Told you. How was your meal? Yuna's already polished her plate, so I can guess what the answer is.
I loved it. This was one of the best burgers
I've had in Isokaze.
I grin. Now to pass the compliment on to Uncle Kaito. Once I close out the check, you and I pause right outside the restaurant.
Thank you for the really lovely meal.
It was my pleasure.
I better get going.
Can I offer you a ride home? She smiles.
Thank you, but I can walk.
I'm open to a little exercise with you. I like going on long walks too, especially with such lovely company. Yuna blushes.
It's not that long, really. I'll be fine going on my own. I have to run some errands before my parents come home anyway.
Weren't your parents away last time too? Are your parents gone a lot?
Yeah. They split their time between the house here and our house in the country. Right now they're in the country, but they'll be back tomorrow for a few days, so I want to have the house tidied up before they arrive.
A house in the country?
That's where I grew up. My family moved here to be closer to Ace Academy, but they aren't quite ready to give up our old house yet.
But if your family isn't around, how come you didn't choose to stay in the dorms? It would be an easier commute to school.
I thought about it, but
She hesitates.
after everything that's happened, it doesn't feel right to leave my family alone. My parents do stay here for extended periods of time, like months at a time. It's just hard to predict when they'll be here.
I wonder what her family went through.
Anyway, I really should get going.
I nod. Same here. I'll see you later then. She waves, then starts to walk. Once out of view, I drive off and head home. When I arrive, Uncle Kaito is staring at the phone with a silly grin on his face. He seems happy. You seem to be in a good mood, Uncle Kaito. Kaito is startled by my voice, but quickly regains his cheery attitude.
As a matter of fact, I am.
Any reason why?
I just got off the phone with Yuki and I am saved.
Saved?
She called me today and apologized for going against our agreement.
Pieces of our last conversation resurface in my memory. Ah, the agreement you made when you two separated. Uncle Kaito nods.
She says that she can make the restaurant opening ceremony after all.
See? Everything worked out.
Yeah, I don't know what I was so worried about. Yuki has always been reliable and a true friend. Even after we separated, she was always there when I needed her.
Sounds like you still care for her. It seems like you really care deeply for her.
Well, of course. I did love her.
Maybe you still do.
Who do you think you are, the love doctor?
Just saying.
This is the way things are between Yuki and I, and this is how it needs to stay.
If you say so.
So, I don't want to hear any more out of you.
Alright, I trust your judgment.
You're grounded if you keep this up, mister.
What? No. Uncle Kaito laughs.
I'm just messing with you.
Hello!
We both turn to see Nikki wearing a signature smile. As she glances over at me, her smile falters.
Before you say it, I'll go clean up your bike now.
Clean up his bike?
You don't want to know. Kaito grins.
Well, I have a bit of free time now and I'm in the mood to celebrate. Do you guys want to watch something on Netflix?
Nikki purrs up at the idea, then stares pleadingly at me. Nikki. Before I have a chance to speak, she pouts her lips and looks at me with puppy dog eyes. You know that won't work.
Please?
Her voice chokes up. It futile to resist give in. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, fine, you can stay for one episode. Nikki beams.
Yay! Thanks, bro.
Kaito laughs at our exchange as we settle onto the couch.
You're going to be in real trouble, kiddo, if you give in so easily to the ladies.
Only for me.
Nikki leans against me and snuggles into a comfortable position. What are you doing?
Shush, pillow.
I think our protesting would realize how useless that'd be. Kaito notes my sigh of resignation and grins.
Forget about being in trouble, you're already doomed.
I shrug. You think I'd be immune to witchcraft after 17 years of this?
What do you guys want to watch?
How I Met Your Gear. What have you watched How I Met Your Gear?
No!
Kat and I both startled by Nikki's reaction.
9 seasons for the worst ending of all time!
Nikki huffs. Kaito blinks.
Well, if you feel that strongly about it, let's choose something else.
Gear of Thrones? I am standing. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Gear of Thrones.
We're gonna chat while Nikki looks perplexed.
We're watching Gear of Thrones?
Actually, this isn't exactly a family show.
Agreed.
Nikki sighs of relief.
Oh good, because I've already seen it.
I think we need to discuss what's appropriate for you to watch, young lady.
I watched it with my friends for the story. We skipped the other parts.
Those are the best parts. Kaito nudges me. I mean, let's choose something else. Ages of Gear? Rogue Gear has a special powers to track by the secret organization, Agents of Gear.
You actually want to watch this? I found it to be a bit boring.
You have to watch up to the mid-season. Most of it was just filler until their movie counterpart released.
Oh, really? Maybe it's worth giving it a second chance. Nikki?
I don't mind watching this.
Then it's settled. Kaito goes through Netflix and selects the show. After binge watching a few episodes, Kaito stretches and pushes off the couch.
That was a great break. I have to get some work done before midnight, though.
Alright.
Don't stay up too late, you two.
Okay.
Kaito retreats to the kitchen where his laptop and papers are scattered. Nikki heaves a long sigh.
Well, I guess it's time for me to clean off your bike.
Before she can point her sad eyes at me, I shake my head. You can do it tomorrow. She immediately brightens up.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to get started on my homework.
Huh, homework.
Yes, homework. Not all of us automatically ace exams, you know.
I shrug. I can't help it. Let me know if you need help though.
Thanks. It's nothing too difficult, just a lot of questions to go through.
Okay. We both nod, say our goodnight to Kaito, and then head to our rooms. I spend the rest of the evening relaxing until it's time to sleep. As I go onto my bed, my phone buzzes. I open up a text from Show. Heyo, guess what's holidays coming up next month? I'll give you a hint. We're all going to the beach. You interested? A holiday in which we all go to the beach. I have no idea what holiday it is, but I already like it. I text back. You know it. Time passes in a blur, and suddenly it's been a month since Nikki and I moved to Izakaze and I started Days Academy. My team and I are stronger than ever, and our winning streak has not been broken. Kaori, Sho, Mayu and I spent many evenings practicing in the hangar, learning how to anticipate each other's needs on the field. Yuna continues to manage her sponsorship from Dashu, and she becomes more comfortable with the team. Valerie works hard behind the scenes to continually update our gears, and after all the tweaks she has given Eagle, I'm more confident than ever in my max abilities. I've had a surprising number of companies reach out to me to partner and research my core, but I've declined each invitation, and if we come to having strangers poke and prod my dad's legacy, especially when I don't understand what's going on myself. Aside from the team stuff, Yuna and I partner up to play tennis on a regular basis, but it wasn't until last week when I finally won a match against her. Although I think she might have let me win. On the home front, Uncle Kaito is still as busy as ever, with his newly opened cafe has become insanely popular. Nikki spends most of her time in his school's cooking club, which has gained a lot of traction among the students. Sadly, it means I've had to fend for myself when it comes to food. I wake up at the sound of my alarm, thus begin my morning routine. When I enter the kitchen, I make myself a bowl of cereal. Nikki's already left for school. Lately, she's been leaving early, almost every day. It barely phases me anymore, especially after I found cereal in the grocery store, the most expensive box of Tiger Flakes I've ever bought. Finishing our breakfast, I hop on my bike and head to school. Valerie's already waiting for me and waves me over as soon as I enter the classroom.
I have news
Oh boy. Good news or bad news? She pauses, then grins playfully.
Come with me to the hangar after class and I'll show you.
The hangar? So it's something to do with my core.
What else would it be about?
You do spend a lot of time there. Good point, you spend so much time in the hangar, sometimes I wonder if that's where you sleep.
I'm not sure sleep is the term I'd use. More like an extended rest.
She smiles sweetly. Right. Valerie waits expectantly.
So?
So what?
You haven't said yes yet. Will you come with me to the hangar?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Good. I was starting to think maybe you didn't want to be alone with me.
Before I can respond, the rest raises her voice over the chatter.
Good morning, everyone. In today's lesson, we will cover... That's all for today. Have a great rest of your day.
Just as I finish packing up my things, Valerie grabs my hand and pulls me towards the door.
Let's go!
Sure, just give me a minute. But she's already started walking with me in the tow. I hastily grab my bag. Or we can go now. We could have go campus and enter the hangar through the main entrance instead of the pilot's lounge. Inside the hangar, Valerie rushes straight to Ego's terminal, shooting impatient glances at me as I follow behind. She sets down at my terminal, and after typing a sequence, she proudly points at the screen.
Check it out!
Cool numbers. I glance at the screen and see a continuous string of numbers. Valerie is trying to hold back a smile, waiting for my reaction. I'm not sure what I'm looking at, but I don't want to disappoint her. This is really cool.
I know. It took me forever to find it, but I think this is the big breakthrough we've been waiting for.
Really? What does it say? She pauses, then smiles coyly.
You have no idea what this code is, do you?
Nope, the last question gave me away, didn't it?
Yep. Well, you know how all the system scans we've been doing haven't shown anything new?
Yeah?
Our approach was the mistake. I was thinking, if I wanted to leave a secret message on a system, I would embed it into existing code and spoof the service identity so that I would remain inconspicuous during scans.
That makes sense.
Well, I was doing a manual evaluation through listed services during the last week and noticed a discrepancy here. When I tried to execute it, it came back with this screen.
Her voice grows with excitement.
I'm positive there's something behind this code.
Really? Then let's find out what it is.
I was hoping you'd say that. Tell me how to decrypt it and we'll find out in a second.
What makes you think I know how to do that? She raises an eyebrow.
Doesn't any of this look familiar?
I squint at the screen and scroll through the code. No, although Dad and I worked together to build Eagle, he didn't let me touch the programming for the core. Would you be able to hack it? Valerie bites her lip as she thinks.
Yeah, but it might take a few days.
That's probably still faster than it would take me to figure it out. She grins.
I won't argue with that. Okay, I'll do it.
Great.
But only because you're cute.
She winks at me and then heads towards the terminal. Thanks? Already engrossed in the code, Valerie gives me a short wave of dismissal. As I'm on my way out of the hangar, my phone dings with an email from the school administration. I scan through the contents. Due to the disqualification of Team Strike X, my team will now face Anna Bagashi in this week's match. I wonder what Strike X did to get himself disqualified. Before vibrates with a group chat from Show. You got that email? I tap up my response. Yeah, wonder what Strike X did. Probably lied about something important. That's one reason why I left. Wait, Strike X was Show and Kyori's old team? As I'm typing out the question of Show for Show about what happened with him and Strike X, a text from Mayu comes in. Looks like we're going against the other team instead. It does sound familiar, but I can't recall which team they are. Me, who are they again? A team we must demolish. Of course, Curry would write in all caps. Whoa, this is even more aggressive than usual. Shut up, Sho. Please don't be upset, Kiori. I'm fine. While the texts come in, I recommend trying to recall how I know that name. Oh, right. Never mind. They're that all-girls team, right? Yeah. They're supposed to be pretty good. Who cares? I won't let them beat us. The text sees after that. Probably for the best. What do I feel like doing now? Yuna. I was browsing a list of clubs and classes easier to ace. And ace over a cooking club. Remember Nikki mocking me, saying I should join when she first started her club. But maybe that isn't such a bad idea. The look on her face will be priceless if I offered to cook and it was edible. I'll go check it out. Oh boy. The cooking class held in a culinary building. Under class involved multiple cooking stations already set up with ingredients. It kind of reminds me of a chemistry lab, but with stoves and ovens. In the corner room, I spot Yuna and claim the station beside her. Hey Yuna. She blinks in surprise.
Oh, hey! Are you part of the cooking club?
Nope, just dropping in today.
Me too. What brings you here?
I'd like to make a meal for Nikki.
That's really nice of you. I'm sure she'll appreciate it.
I hope so. She's a whiz in the kitchen. What about you? What brings you here?
Since I quit the SBA, I've got a lot of extra time, so I've been trying out some of the other clubs Ace offers.
Anything got your interest?
A couple, but I'm still weighing my options. Besides, it's fun trying new things.
The student instructor arrives and everyone breaks away from their conversations and stand at their stations.
Welcome, everyone!
He goes through a short message explaining who he is and the rules of the structure of the club.
Now that that's out of the way, today we will be learning how to make kasutera. If you haven't already done so, please put on your aprons.
I clip off my blazer and tie the apron around my waist.
First, we will preheat the oven to 160 degrees. And don't forget to line your pan with parchment paper.
It's not a little low. Oh right, it's Celsius.
For our dry ingredients, we will have 1 cup and 2.5 tablespoons of bread flour and 1 cup of sugar. The wet ingredients will have 6 eggs and 5 tablespoons of honey diluted with 2.5 tablespoons of water.
At least there aren't that many ingredients. As instructed, I measure out the ingredients. Wait, I forgot to preheat the oven. What temperature should it be? 160 degrees. I preheat the oven to 160 degrees. The instructor continues to provide instructions, and I follow as best I can. While whisking the eggs, my gaze wanders over to Yuna. She carefully pouring flour into her measuring cup, leveling it off before dumping it into the bowl. Her tongue sticks out slightly as she concentrates. I try and hold back a chuckle. When she glances at me, there's a smudge of flour on her cheek, and I can't hold back my smile. She measures my grain before turning back to her ingredients. I refocus on my own station as I add sugar. The only thing left is to add the honey. How much water do you need to use to dilate the honey? 2.5 tablespoons? Yeah, add 2.5 tablespoons of water.
Once you add the last of your flour, mix the ingredients until combined. Be careful not to overmix. Pour the batter into your pan and let it bake for 35 minutes.
As instructed, add the last of my flour to the mixture and continue to mix it. What counts as overmixing anyway? How do I know if I've mixed just the right amount or too much? Using my wooden spoon, I poke around to see if there are any flour chunks still left. Nope. I guess that means my batter is ready to go in the oven. I set a timer for 35 minutes. Now just wait and see. Once my timer dings, I carefully remove the cake from the oven. It's baked unevenly, so some of the side is spilling over the port. I think it might be a little dark on the other side too. Does that mean it's burnt? I guess only one way to find out. I pry out a pan and put it on my plate. Some of the edges stuck over the parchment paper. When I removed it, there are parts of yellow exposed under the darkish brown layer. Yuna carefully sets her cake on her plate. It's a perfect loaf of a golden brown top and light yellow sides. She glances over my cake, then hides a smile of a cough. The instructor begins his taste test in my row on the back of the classroom. He reaches me before Yuna.
It didn't quite come out the way you expected, did it? But let's see how it tastes.
He puts a forkful of cake in his mouth. His eyes light up in a smile.
This is absolutely delightful.
Really?
Let me try.
Yuna stands right beside me, staring curious at my cake. She tries a small piece.
Oh wow, this is so good.
I beam. Nikki is going to be so surprised. The instructor stops at Yuna's station next.
This is a beautiful cake. I can't wait to see how it tastes.
Yuna's face lights up in anticipation as the instructor takes a bite. He pauses, straining to keep his face calm, then gulps heavily.
How is it?
Her voice trembles with hope. The instructor's voice is hoarse as he chokes out his next words.
Practice makes perfect.
What?
Let me try. I take a bite.
How is it?
It's like I suffer and plaster the baby together. I let it sit out in the sun. Every drop of moisture was baked out of it. It doesn't taste how it looks. Well, at least you got your looks.
Excuse me?
The cake. I mean, at least the cake looks delicious. It's delicious, even though it's not.
Can it really be so bad?
Yuna grabs the fork and stuffs a piece in her mouth. She grimaces, then sighs deeply.
Practice does make perfect.
The instructor moves on to the station while Yuna pouts at a rejected cake. Well, aside from the result of your baking, what do you think of this class?
It was fun, but surprisingly challenging.
She glanced up at her cake again and mutters under her breath.
Where did I go wrong?
You're going to stick with this as your new extracurricular activity?
I don't know. I want to keep checking out other clubs.
Makes sense.
It looks like other students are trying each other's cakes. You want to try some?
Sure. You and I walk around the room and try some of the other cakes with varying results. Once we taste all of them, we head out. I'm in the pilot's lounge watching the Japan vs China Gear playoff match. The lounge is packed with students, as this is a highly anticipated game. Many shout at TV, but I watch the surprise, sipping my drink and enjoying the ambience.
Exciting game, right?
I glance up in surprise, but not. Akira grins and sits down in the seat across from me. Although he seems like a nice guy, we don't talk very often, so it's unusual he'd approach me. I suppose I do have a really good view of the TV though. A string of boos and yells, so the machine takes out one of Japan's gears. People are really getting into it this time.
Yeah, it was predicted that this year China was going to be a strong opponent for Japan, and it looks like that's coming true.
Is that why they're having such a big turnout? I gesture at the crowded room. Akira nods.
This is the first year that China's even made it this far in the playoffs. Everyone's watching to see who will come out on top.
Who do you think will win? He doesn't even hesitate.
Japan. What do you think?
Japan. Definitely Japan. China will be catching up, but the technology hasn't reached the same innovative standards as Japan's. Plus, this year's lineup is a completely new team, so they don't have the same player advantage as Japan's season team.
I agree.
He gives me a long look. I wonder what he's thinking.
Speaking of matches, I believe congratulations are in order for you and your team.
Me? Your team is still holding the #1 spot on the leaderboards.
Sure, but you guys are quickly catching up. You started out at rank 21, but you've already made it to rank 11.
Yeah, it's kind of a way to think about it. And we're going against an even better team this week, since Strike X got disqualified.
Yeah, the school is taking no chances with them.
What do you mean? Akira blinks.
You didn't hear?
No.
The team lead and one of his starting pilots got into a huge fight, and they did not hold back. I mean, there were some serious injuries, so both members obviously couldn't compete.
Why did they fight?
The leader decided to sideline his starting pilot, and his pilot didn't like that.
They're on the same team. Couldn't they just talk it out? I'm sure the leader had a reason. Akira shrugged.
I don't know all the details, but my guess is that there probably wasn't a good reason to sideline the pilot. Either way, because the fight escalated to the degree in which Ace had to get involved, the school is currently investigating the team.
That's crazy stuff.
Yeah. Who are you going up against now?
Ona Bukaisha.
Oh, May's team.
Yeah, I heard they're strong. Akira nods.
They are, but so are you. In fact, I'm really looking forward to my match with you.
That might still be well considering where my team's rank.
Right, but you guys have been on a winning streak, haven't you?
Yeah.
Because of that, your matchmaking rating, or MMR, is actually higher than your earned rank. That tends to happen with outliers like being an undefeated team.
What he says makes sense, plus I'm not going to question Akira about how being undefeated works.
I have a feeling that if you beat Onabu Geisha, it won't be long before we face each other on the field.
We won't go easy on you. They'll get too comfortable in that number 1 spot. Akira merely smiles. We continue to watch the game in silence. After a while, Akira stands.
I wish I could watch the end of this match, but I've got to head to class. I'll see you later.
I nod. After Akira leaves, I check my phone and there's a text from Sho. Don't forget tomorrow, we'll be getting our game on at the beach. Meet there at 11. As if I could forget that. I shove my phone back into my pocket to watch the rest of the game. In the end, Japan won with just 1 gear left standing. I got some free time before I head home tonight. Valerie. I wonder what Valerie is up to. I dial on her and wait for her to answer.
Hello?
Hey Valerie, you busy?
Yeah, I'm about to go meet a friend for some coffee.
Oh, what do you want to know?
It's you, silly.
Ew.
I'll meet you at the cafe, in front of the bookstore.
Sounds like a plan. See you in a bit.
Au revoir.
I make my way to the cafe. The valet is waiting for me in a booth by the time I arrive.
It's rude to keep a lady waiting.
I'm sorry. I got there as fast as I could.
Oh, alright. I'll forgive you then. But only because you were so eager to see me.
She winks at me. Have you ordered yet?
No, I was waiting for a certain someone to get their butt over here.
So what I'm hearing is you want to see my butt. Valerie smirks.
Give me a twirl then.
I put the Maximus in Gluteus Maximus meditation under my feet and give her a leisurely turn, then throw in a small wiggle for good measure. Valerie works hard to keep a straight face.
That just made the wait worth it.
I knew it would. I look over the menu and take a minute to read my options. Valerie and I both place our orders, then she pulls out the pencil and sketchbook. What are you doing?
Not me, you.
Huh? She pushes the sketchbook towards me and grins playfully.
I want you to draw me like one of your French girls.
I can try. Okay. I pick up the pencil awkwardly. I don't even know where to start. I'm not very good at drawing. I haven't really done this before.
That's okay. I'll help you since it's your first time.
She leans onto the table, rests her chin in her hands, and flashes me a warm smile. Taking is my cue to start drawing. I clumsily trace the pencil around the base. As hard as I try, my uncoordinated fingers cannot illustrate what my eyes see.
Are you done yet?
Valerie speaks through her teeth, trying not to disturb her pose. No. I continue to sketch. After a few minutes, Valerie tries again.
How about now?
Still no. She waits another couple of minutes.
Now?
Calm down. Oh, it will be done when it's done. She sighs heavily.
The things I have to do for you.
In case you forgot, you're the one who asked me to draw you. You can't rush these things.
Shouldn't you be concentrating? What are you doing talking to me?
You are the one talking to me.
If you spent more time on your drawing and less time blaming me for things, you'd be done by now.
I glare at her. She winks before turning to her pose. We fall silent as I walk on the drawing. Valerie stares confidently at me, never looking away. When I glance up at her, for some reason it makes her even more nervous. I push away my embarrassment to focus on her features. For all the times I looked at her, I haven't really seen just how perfectly her features flow into each other. This is the first time I noticed just how truly beautiful she is, and my face flushes from the thought. Next time I glance up at Valerie, her smile looked more genuine. I know she's on me blush, and that makes me blush even more. After a few minutes, I drop my pencil. Okay, done. Valerie breaks from her pose.
Let me see.
Pushing forward the sketchbook, I wonder if she'll like that I drew her. As accurately as possible. She adds to the drawing and her eyes grow wide. She grabs the notebook off the table and studies it closely. I hope it's okay.
This is more than okay. It's really good.
I blink. I anticipated she used a lot of choice words, but good was none of them. Really?
Yeah, you really captured the eyes. You're so expressive.
Do they like her up to no good? She laughs.
They look like they only do good. All the time.
Then I guess I still got a long way to go. She continues to look at the drawing. You really think it's that good?
Mm-hmm. It's really pretty.
I had a good model. I just drew what I saw. She hugs the sketchbook in the chest and beams. Well, it's good to know that if it all doesn't work out, you can always fall back into a modeling career.
I'll keep that in mind.
Her cheeks are tinged pink. I think she's genuinely flattered. Valerie glances at the time and wrinkles her nose.
I've got class soon.
Don't sound so excited about that.
It's not a fun one.
Which one is it?
Introduction to Art History.
Don't you like art?
I do. And since I also like history, I thought this would be a good choice for one of my electives.
So what a disappointment.
Well, it turns out that although I like history and I like actually creating art, learning about other people creating art is not as fun.
So is watching me create art for you today not fun either? She smirks.
That doesn't count. I was part of the creative process.
That's true. She glances again on the time and gathers her things.
Okay, I've gotta head out.
I nod. After we pay for our drinks, we head our separate ways, but not before I catch Valerie's fondly sneaking on a peek at my drawing. It's quiet and nice when I arrive home. I guess no one's here. It's no surprise that Uncle Kaito's still at work, but I've expected Nikki to be home by now. She's been spending more and more time at the cooking club. It must be going really well. I should take advantage of the quiet and study. As I head upstairs, a blonde head peeks around the corner.
Is that you, Big Bro?
I pause at the top of the stairs. Hey, I didn't know you were home. Nikki grins mischievously.
Is it because for once I wasn't slaving away in the kitchen waiting for you to come back?
No. It was way too quiet. No, never like that. There's just no way to ask me this quiet when you're home.
Hey!
What?
I'm always quiet.
Is this what you call quiet?
It was quiet before you got home, which means you're the one who brings the noise.
Nikki grins.
Anyway, before you so rudely distracted me, I had a question for you.
What is it?
Can you give me a ride to the beach tomorrow?
I blink at her. How did you know I was going to the beach?
Because tomorrow is Umiko's festival?
How do you know about that? Nikki stares at me as if I have two heads.
Because I live in Isokaze. Did you know about this?
Not exactly. Sho didn't specify why we were going when he invited me.
And you didn't bother to ask.
Do I really need a reason to go to the beach?
Fair point. Well, if you want to know, tomorrow is a festival to honor Umiko, the protector of Isokaze. A long time ago, the Dragon King threatened to drown the island if Umiko didn't marry him. So when she agreed to live with him in his underwater castle, she stole his magical pearl and now uses it to control the waves.
Huh, that's pretty cool. How did you learn about this?
You know I've always loved mythologies.
That's true.
So, can you take me or not?
Sure, I'll be leaving at 10:45. Her face falls.
Oh.
Why oh?
Well, my friends aren't going to be there until later.
So hitch a ride with them.
I don't really feel comfortable asking them.
Fine, then you can come with me.
But
Then take the bus. She smiles sweetly.
When I said early, I actually meant that's perfect.
That's what I thought. Nikki cranes her neck to peek down the stairs behind me.
You hungry yet?
A bit, yeah.
Me too. Come on, let's go downstairs and see what we have.
She moves past me and flies down the stairs. I follow her slowly. Nick and I whip up a quick dinner. Then I spend the rest of the night looking up more information about the festival before going to bed. I flip around in bed, too excited to settle down before finally drifting off to sleep. And that's where I'll leave it. That's especially where I leave it. At least for this time.